Good morning, Mambo. I have to raise my glasses up because my glasses suck, and I can't see up close. And even if I use my bifocals, it's not that great. So I'm going to wait until I get more people in the chat before we start talking about my subject, which is let's talk cookware. And I'll explain that when more people show up. I may have to turn my volume up, I think. I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me now. It's telling me I have 3 people watching. So 2 of them, maybe 1 of them, is just lurking. And today's coffee cup is brought to you by Cobrat. Thank you, Cobrat. Now I'm using, I forgot what it was called now. Prism Live again. And when I use, this is the second time I have gone on Prism Live, and it has redirected me to Facebook Studio, or YouTube Studio, not Facebook, YouTube Studio. And if I knew it was going to do that again, I would have had everything set up better than what I am. So then I had to basically actually X'd out cookies, and when I did that, it brought me back to this again, like I normally do it. And good morning, Hazy Cheesy. And so I think the next time I use we had a bird hit the window again. So the next time I use Prism again, I'm going to try and do this stuff 15 minutes ahead of time, so that way I can get everything set up. And yeah, see, one of our windows, the one over there on the far left, I had added a mirror-like I forgot what you call it. Anyway, on the outside it looks like you're looking at yourself, so it's like a mirror. So the birds don't understand that, so they keep hitting my window. And I did that so people can't see in my house. And I almost did the other side over here, and but I was afraid that they would hit that window, and that's where the screen door is, on this side. And so yeah, it's crazy. Well, I am behind on the on this, so it's not right on. So hopefully, if I can get this set up properly, that I can live stream straight through YouTube. So yeah, I actually lost 3 subscribers. I'm back down to 635. I was up to 638, and I lost, I think, 3 subscribers. I don't know if YouTube unsubscribed them, or they unsubscribed, or what it is. But I have actually lost some people myself, or they lost me. One of them, I think, just quit YouTube altogether, or maybe YouTube got them off of there because they were a little racy. So maybe they either quit or YouTube took them off there because of, and they were Filipina. So yeah. So I'm not going to talk about the cookware yet until I get more people show up. And but yeah, cheers. I'm trying to get my logos going perfectly. I lost my intros, so I have to remake my intros again, because I actually had about 2 intros, maybe 3, and I lost them. And I'm going to have to remake those intros. This is hard without a computer, so I'm using a phone and I'm using a tablet. And without having a computer to where I could save it onto an external hard drive and then go back to that external hard drive, this is so hard because I do have things on a card, and I have a little device that I can hook up to my tablet, or I can plug it into my phone and get those stuff off the card, but even that's kind of hard. I think it'd be a lot better if I get a computer. So eventually I'll get there. Well, good morning, Nancy. And yeah, eventually I get there. I did find one on eBay. It is a desktop, and it's all in one computer. So basically you got your screen that sits on this device, and behind your screen is your desktop. So it's all mixed in. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But they also have one that's dual screen. And I don't know, I probably would like the dual screen, but I don't really have the room for a dual screen. And so yeah, I think that one will work out. It is an old computer that they had upgraded to Windows 10, and I think they want $100 and some odd for it. So if I get that, we'll see how well that works. And yeah, that's kind of sucks the way I have to do everything. But 10:30 in the morning here in the Midwest of United States. I know it's about 11:30 overseas in the Philippines. Well, good morning, Yanni. I'm glad to see you show up. So I know it's so late for you. It's about 11:30 at night, and I hope you're not too tired, because actually 11:30 at night I'm asleep. So anyway, yeah, we're going to talk cookware as soon as I get enough people in here. Maybe when I get to 10, we'll start talking about cookware. And but yeah, for those that didn't see it, this is today's cup. This is one of the people that is a YouTuber, and she goes by Cobrat, and I ordered one of her cups, and then I still got to get one of Jackie Hero's food reviews cups, and eventually I'll get hers. And but right now I got to work on, of course, paying bills and getting Debbie a new coat, and because winter's coming. It is cold out there today. Let me get off of here, and I'll tell you. Right now, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is, let me find my weather here. 43 degrees Fahrenheit is 6 degrees Celsius. You know, all these apps that I have now, they're starting to do commercials. So this weather app one has commercials too. So yeah, it's 6 degrees Celsius, and which is 43 degrees Fahrenheit. And they are not calling for any rain today, even though we are hitting our rainy season. But we do have rain coming Monday and Tuesday. And Wednesday, they are calling for light snow. I hope we don't, but that's what they're calling for. And then Thursday and Friday of next week, we're supposed to have rain again. And it always rains on Halloween, but even though they're not showing it so far for Halloween, but it always rains on Halloween. And it's going to be very cold. It's going to be 13 degrees Celsius on Halloween. Not that I really care. I don't do anything but stay home and watch movies, and I'm not much into the new slasher movies. I like the old classic horror films and stuff like that. So I'm gonna refresh this. Maybe it'll be sped up. Well, good morning, Ivy's World. I think I said that right. And Ivy, you're in New York, so it's 11:30 in the morning there. Okay, well, I don't know how many more people's going to show up, but they'll just have to watch the replay or whatever. So yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, the quest to find the best skillet. Here you have Tefal. Well, it's one of the Tefals that we have. I don't really use this much anymore, and everybody's looking for the right skillet, non-stick skillet to use. And of course, they always say that, you know, with that red dot, I think it's supposed to change color or something when the pan's really hot, but I don't think I've ever seen it do it. This was made in France. I'm sure they do have some better product of Tefal out there, and so yeah, I got 2 of these left over. I do have some pots, but they're not the greatest. Then I had found, which I actually threw it away, I found another one, I can't think the name of it, and it was white on the inside, and it was supposed to be a non-stick skillet that didn't, what they used, it wasn't to harm you or your food or anything like that. And that's why I bought it, because at that point, which I should still be, I was into veganism and all that stuff, and trying to watch what I was eating and so on and so forth. So then I started using this, which this is red copper. So they call that because of the red back and so on and so forth. But the worst pan ever. It was great when I first got it, maybe the first month, and they keep telling you these red copper ones, you are to season them often. Well, I don't want to season pans all the time. If I was going to season a pan, I'd get the wrought iron skillets. I've had those before, but they're a pain in the ass. They're good, but they're a pain in the butt. So this one's going to go in the trash, because as you could see right here, that the Teflon's coming off, so it's going to go in the garbage. But don't mistake this with the next one I'm going to show you, which is also junk. This one I don't use very much, and it come with a lid. This is your Gotham steel. See, it's not red, so it's not the red copper. This is Gotham steel. And this one here still is good because I don't use it much, so it is non-stick, and the things will float around in there like they're supposed to. And yeah, so sometimes I use this when I make stir fry, but I do have an electric wok that I use for stir fry and whatever you want to cook in a wok. So, but yeah, this is Gotham steel. They are junk as well. I did throw a bunch of these away. They did not last. And this is another one where they keep saying that you have to season all the time. And like I said, I'm not going to season pans. Nobody wants to season pans. So yeah, this one here is square, and it is deep. So yeah, you could probably even fry chicken in this. And Debbie's good at frying chicken, but she doesn't do it anymore. And I think I'm going to try doing that, because usually I just bake chicken. I don't fry it, because frying food's really not good for you. But yeah, it did come with a lid, and I don't use this one much. But I also have this. This was given to me for Christmas, because I was into that Gotham steel stuff. And this, when you put the lid on this one, it locks. So that way, when you got liquid in here and your lid's on it, which I don't know what happened to the lid, it might be dirty or something. And then you lock the lid down, and then you can dump out whatever liquid you got in there. So yeah. Well, good morning, V-Love. Welcome to my live stream. No, it's not an auction. It's just showing you what I cook with, and then what I found is the best. So this still kind of works a little bit. It does slightly stick. When I first started using it, it wasn't sticking, but it is starting to stick. And then right there in the back, there is a nick in it. They keep saying that you can use metal utensils in these, and it's a lie. You cannot use metal utensils in anything that is coated with whatever they coat with. Okay, this is more, because I was into the Gotham steel stuff, and this is stuff that I got for Christmas, because all that. So this thing here is to make deep dish pizzas. It does come apart. There is a little thing here. I'm sure you can do other things with it. You could place stuff on top of the mesh, the screen that comes. It does come out. So yeah, there's a mesh screen. It's in this. And then if you don't want to make a deep dish, you could take this outer piece out, and then you got a pizza pan that you can just kind of make a normal pizza on this. I don't use this a lot, and but yeah, so then if you want to make a deep dish, then you put that back on there, and then you lock this down, and then you can make a deep dish pizza if you choose so. And then you put this little screen in here, and then you can, if I can get it going right, and then you put that little screen in there to let your drippings or whatever go on. I'm assuming. I didn't read the instructions. I don't even know what happened to them. And then they gave me this contraption here, which is also Gotham steel, and this comes with two different things. So here's your grill, your indoor grill. Here's your drippings pan, and then here's the main thing right here. So you put your dripping pan in there, and then of course there's where you plug in for your power. Set that in there, and then you can start grilling indoors of whatever you want. This, of course, that gets hot. It also came with a flat surface, so you can plug that in, stick that on top of there, and then you can cook eggs or pancakes or whatever it is you want to cook on a flat surface, which I don't use that much either. So my quest to find the best. Well, good morning, Suichi. I see you've changed your channel name. Good morning, Life with Aura. Thank you for coming to my live stream. So then my quest to find the perfect skillet. And I think I found it, because I've bought two of these in different sizes. And this comes in two different colors. This is a blue diamond skillet. I love this skillet. This is a this thing, I don't have to season this. They tell you you don't have to season this. I do not use metal utensils in this. This also comes in the color green, which they call green diamond. And I love this skillet. I have it in this size here. And it says on the back that you can use it over a flame. You can use it on electric. I don't know what those other two symbols are, but yeah. And I use this a lot. So this is my bigger one. And as you can see the difference in size. See if I can get it in the screen. So yeah, different in the sizes. I use this pan a lot. This is what I cook all my hamburger in, and so yeah, I love these pans. These are the best skillets that I've ever found, and I am going to buy the whole line of all this stuff right here. It did kind of starting to miscolor on the back, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about this. So yeah, we actually take, you can go out and buy cloths, but we just use napkins to put on here, and then so that way they don't get scratched up. So I do recommend that blue diamond skillets. Oh great, going to have to look for those things because I have gone through several Tefals. Yeah, I like Tefals, but they really need to get better with their product. Now I have a couple Gotham, not happy. Yeah, Gotham sucks. I hate Gotham. I'll never buy Gotham products. In fact, when I got those ones that I showed you, these things came with it. And they are the worst freaking knives ever. And sometimes they feel sharp to the hand when you rub your thumb across the side, but I think this is probably more for bread and carving turkeys and stuff like that. But yeah, these are the worst freaking knives ever. Of course, I want to find good knives. I'm going to pay out the butt for them. So the blue diamond ones, I bought those at Walmart. I don't know if you have a Walmart, but in the United States, yeah, we have a Walmart. You probably have a Walmart. I don't know. But yeah, I got those at Walmart. The other items, my family found those online. Well, actually, those down there that I showed, my son got them at a Dollar General store. But some of these, like the square ones, my wife bought them through a catalog. Kind of like stuff like this, you know, they send you these catalogs of different stuff in it, clothing and shoes and personal items and stuff like that. She might have got them through Figgies. I think that's where she probably went through and got those. But yeah, those blue diamond ones, you can get them at Target, you can get them at Walmart. But I love those blue diamond pans. But as usual, they claim you can use metal utensils in them, but don't use metal utensils in them. Always use plastic or wood. Let me get back here to the chat. Well, good morning, N-Day Pams. Now, some of you people that have channels, I do watch your stuff. I may not comment. I do push like. Now, some of you who do speak other languages, I don't. Like you, Sweetie, I don't understand half of what you put on there, but I watch it and I like it. You know, push like on it, but yeah, so one of these days I'll learn another language, and so there you go. But another item that I had bought that we are using a lot is this item right here, and I put this in one of my videos. This is a very good item. They actually make one for watermelon, and when that comes back out again, I'm going to buy one of those for watermelon. But yeah, you just stick your apple underneath there and push down, and it gives you little wedges and cores it and all that stuff. So one of the best. That was about $5 for that thing right there. So that's basically what I want to talk about, my quest for the best non-stick pan. And I do have a lot of stuff in the cabinet that it will eventually end up in the trash, and some of it's just kind of old and we don't use it anymore. We just hold on to it. I don't know why we're holding on to it, but yeah, just you see red copper, pass it on by. Worst freaking skillet ever. And in fact, I had the bigger size of this, which I used a lot, and it did the same. The Teflon started coming off, and as you can see, you can't even get it completely clean. It's getting brown around the edge here, and we've scrubbed and scrubbed trying to get that off, and it won't do it. And so yeah, this one will end up in the trash today. Worst stuff ever. And in fact, those blue diamonds, the handles are real thick, and these things are thin. Even the Gotham steel ones, they're thin, and so you got to be careful when you're cooking with these, because they will get hot. But as you can see with these are thick, so they're easier to handle. They're not hurting your hands, and yeah, best pan ever. Skillet ever. So I don't want to call it a pan, because it's not a pan, it's a skillet. But to buy the set for those, which will give you actually those two pans, in fact, this is in here, but it's shorter. It's about here and not this tall, and that's in there. And I think it's about that size too. I think this is probably about 10 inches maybe, and a few other items are in there, and it's about $100 for the set. And mine did not, but I think you can buy lids for them. And yes, lids are important. So, but mine did not. But I do have a lid. This is a lid from another set that I had ordered. Let's see, where is this from? Oh, this is from wherever. So this lid here will fit on top of that big blue one. And yeah, that's another set that I had bought. I don't think I paid $100 for it, but that wherever stuff is crap too. And we have a small amount of those, and actually, speaking of those pans, I keep saying I only got 2 of those blue diamonds. I actually have 3, so, which is dirty. We haven't washed it yet, but here is the smaller one. So I have 3 of these, so in 3 different sizes, and we use the crap out of those, and I love them. But just go to your local Walmart, Target, or whatever. They both do have those. And I'm sure Walmart, I don't think Walmart's in every country. I'm not sure. I've never been to anywhere but where I am. So just check your stores where you live and see if they have them. But yeah, just to let you know, blue diamond or green diamond, they have 2 of them. So I have not bought a green diamond, but I'm sure it's just as good as the blue diamond. And I guess choose your color. So yeah, best pans, best skillets ever. But some other stuff that we have that was very expensive. And they have good stuff too. This thing here is very, very heavy, and this came from Pampered Chef, and this was not cheap. And this here is also non-stick, and she gets mad at me if I use any kind of metal on there, which I don't blame her, but yeah, Pampered Chef has good stuff as well, but they are very expensive. And usually Pampered Chef, people are selling it. You have to find somebody selling it. You can go on their website and buy it, but a lot of times you have people wanting to do home shows and stuff like that to sell Pampered Chef. And she did a silent show, and she got a bunch of her friends to order stuff, and they had to put in a code. And she got a bunch of this free. I did have to pay a little bit, but most of this she got was free because she sold a lot of money's worth through that silent sale. And yeah, we have a few of Pampered Chef stuff too, and it's good stuff. This is another item that she got through Pampered Chef through that sale. I can't remember what she called this. But yeah, this is pretty neat too. I made little tiny meatloaves in each one of these little pans. I guess you can make brownies in it or meatloaf or whatever it is. So yeah, wonderful stuff. Yeah. But the one I showed before this one, we have, I think, 3 different sizes we got in those. And I think those things are about $65 for that one that I just showed you. But we didn't pay $65 because of her little auction, or not really auction, but her little private sale that she had. And yeah, these things are not cheap from Pampered Chef. But speaking of different items throughout the ages and stuff, of course now everybody's going electric on stuff. But this is one of the antiques that we have collected. We got actually 2 of these. So, and every once in a while I do use that. And but we do have an electric one, and of course, Debbie, she's into Hello Kitty, so we have a Hello Kitty one. And we use that quite a bit as well. That's the other one that we have. You know, we have one that's got like a diamond color, and then one that's black. We have an old potato masher. A lot of these we don't use because they're antiques, and Debbie doesn't want to use them anymore. So we just collect them. Just more junk for us to move around if we ever move. But she does cook a little bit. She used to do all the cooking before she got breast cancer, and and now I do all the cooking. Sometimes she does do it if I'm not in the mood. It's getting quite often though, but yeah, I do all the cooking now. And when she does her Cooking with Debbie episodes, sometimes she's behind the camera filming me, and then sometimes she's doing it, and or sometimes we'll do it together. Like this last one, I want to do it together, but she was really tired, not feeling well, so I just went ahead and filmed it myself. And I hope everybody enjoyed that. It's just a very simple recipe. You don't have to use apples. If you don't want to use apples, you can use something else, but generally it's apples. The last time I had it, there was green grapes in there. I was going to put strawberries in it, but she didn't want strawberries in it. But it's just a simple recipe. It's endless. It's however you want to do it. Some people use marshmallows. Somebody used the marshmallow puff stuff. That's in a jar or can or whatever. But yeah, it's a very easy recipe to make. I did have another one that we were going to do, but I forgot what it was. I had a person at my job suggest that I film all the stuff that we're going to make for Thanksgiving next month, which was a good idea. I may or may not. So, well, good morning, Marley. Thank you for coming. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so. Cobrat must still be sleeping unless she's lurking. My coffee is getting cold. But next Saturday, I have thought about doing the 100 shot coffee challenge. And since I do drink coffee a lot, at home I drink 2 cups in the morning. And then I drink coffee all day long at work. So it's not going to be anything to me. Now, if I went out and bought World's Strongest Coffee or I can't even think the rest of them, then it might be a big challenge, because that is high caffeine. So I know it ain't much of a challenge, but I'll show you the only beans that I have to ground to make coffee. So she has a cousin who lives in St. Louis, and she works for Starbucks. And every Christmas she always sends me a bag of coffee. So this time she sent this. And this is what I'm going to use for my challenge. It is espresso. It may be decaf, and there still is caffeine in decaf. It's just not as much, and it's espresso. So this says that it is a dark roast bean. It's got a rich and intense caramely sweet with perfect with steamed milk. But I don't like anything in my coffee, so I drink it black. And but being that it is espresso, it still will be a strong coffee, even though it's decaf. So normally she doesn't send me decaf, but maybe that's all she could afford, because she still has to pay for it. She doesn't get it free. And she knows I like dark, full-bodied, rich coffees, so she sent me this. And this has been up in the freezer since Christmas. And that's vacuum sealed, And yeah, so this is what I'm going to use for that challenge. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get the little Soho or Solo little cups. Yeah, OMS, I can't think. So that's what I'm going to use next Saturday. And I'm going to pour 25 at a time of those little cups and drink 25 at a time. So, of course, it's going to take me 4 times at it. And don't worry, it's not going to send me to the bathroom other than to pee, but because of all that coffee. So, no espressos. Come on. It's got to be espresso. That's the only strongest coffee I got. So, unless I go out and, like I said, buy that world's strongest coffee, which I had that, and I didn't like it. So, it just had an awful taste. Or I can go to Target and buy some Tim Hortons and use Tim Hortons, which I've yet to go do that. I have not had Tim Hortons yet, and so the only place I know of in town that's got it is Target, or at least their website says they do. And at one time Kroger had it, but because of the situation at hand, Target or Kroger has not been getting the coffees that they used to have, or any other product that they used to have. So I don't know if they're just not ordering it, or factories are very limited because of the situation at hand. And so yeah, good luck. But I is probably more of a coffee drinker than Drew is, and I think I can handle it a little better than he can. So there you have it. This is actually my 3rd cup today, and I'll show you what I normally drink. This is what I normally drink right here. I get this at Aldi. So this is an extra bold coffee because I like bold tasting coffees. It's organic. And this is actually a medium roast. It's not really a dark roast, but it is good. I like dark roast, bold coffees. And of course it's just your little K-cup stuff. So I just have 2 of these in the morning, and then the coffee they serve at work is from a company here in town, which I don't really care for their coffee, and but I drink it anyway. But actually I drink the decaf there because I don't like their regular coffee they serve. But like I said, decaf, maybe people think, oh, there's no caffeine in it. There's still caffeine in it, just not as much. So I drink that all day long, and yeah, it'll all work out in the end. So I bought these at Walgreens, and it's just basically a cotton t-shirt, and my wife thinks that they look like underwear, and it could be they use it for underwear too. I don't know. I don't buy tidy whities, so and I got 10 of these in a pack. They also come in black. I wish they would have had the black when I went to Walgreens and seen these. And our Farm and Fleet store has the same ones, but they have them in black. And but I'm thinking about tie-dyeing some of these. Well, good morning, Aries. And yeah, long time no see. When I go to your live streams, it's always either a silent or you're not on camera. So everybody knows I have a problem with silent live streams. So I want to talk to the person that's doing the live stream, and not just to the people in the chat. So anyway, yeah, I have several different masks. So I have a blue one that they issued from my job, and of course I have about 10 of these. I'm the only one that will wear these because no one else likes them. And then, of course, I have the one I bought from Drew. And then I have basically the filtered surgical mask that everybody's been wearing. That's what I wear mostly because it steams up my glasses. And so most of when I'm at work, this is how I am at work. So because every once in a while I'll put them down like this, and then all of a sudden my glasses start steaming up. So I'll do this all day long at my job. But yeah, the situation is on a rise in my town, and 80 people from the 2 buildings that we have been sent home due to either they have it or they have been tested and they have to stay gone until their test results come in. And they said that if 20 more people go home because of that, they're shutting the doors, and I hope they don't. So, because this whole thing's going to ruin me if I'm not working. I'll end up having to go on unemployment. And so yeah, this really sucks. But I had thought about taking pictures of what I repair there. I have to be careful what I take pictures of because I can't show where I work. And this shows you how much coffee I've had. I've only had 3 cups, and I'm already doing this. That's because I haven't got a lot of food in me. So, and I'm not doing that. I'm just holding still, and it's doing that. So, you imagine if I had 100 little cups of coffee in me, and what that's going to do. I'm guessing it's probably going to take 2 pots of coffee to fill up 100 of those little bitty cups. That's what I'm guessing. We'll find out. But I'm going to have to grind some of that up ahead of time because it will be too noisy doing it live. And, well, I'm out of bagels. I like to put a bagel on it, but I'm out of bagels. So I haven't had any bagels for a week now because I'm out of bagels. So I've been eating cereal for breakfast, and until I get paid again next Friday. And my phone's turned off until next Friday because it was either tires or my phone, and I really needed tires, so I bought tires instead. Well, actually front tires. And my phone bill was due on the 19th, so I don't get paid again until the 30th. And so yeah, I chose tires over my phone. I mean, I guess I could have made toast and all that stuff, but yeah. For lunch, I'll probably just have soup, some kind of a soup that we got up there. And this is what I made yesterday. It took long to cook it because of the size of pan, and then it created a big pimple in the middle of it. But this is what I made yesterday. So me and Debbie's the only one that's ate it, and yeah, it was really good. So because of the size of the pan, and I used the whole box in that, it took 50 minutes to bake this in my oven. And yeah, this is one of my favorite. This is actually one of my favorite colors, a cobalt blue. And cobalt blue and orange is my favorite colors. And her and I are the only ones who will basically eat cake in this house, and Dylan won't touch chocolate. And so yeah, that's what I made yesterday before Drew's live stream yesterday. Yeah, people think, how do you do it? I actually used to own 2 homes, so I still own the house that we moved out of when I bought this one. and I was struggling to pay 2 houses, and I ended up losing that house. They repoed it from me because I had a hard time getting with a realtor to sell it because of the neighborhood that it was in and the condition that it was left in after we moved. Not that it was in a real bad condition, but there was some things that needed to be repaired on it after we moved out. So I ended up losing that house, and people said, how do you do it with one income? I said, well, you just gotta shift everything around, and that's what I did. I paid what was important more than what I had to pay for. And so 4 to 6 years ago, I was really struggling, and we were on course public aid at the time, and then when I got this job, I've been here 6 years, all that went away. So, you know, I got a good 401k going, and I'm getting my bills paid, and so on and so forth. So I'm trying not to overreach what I do. I imagine cable's going to go soon because I paid too much for that. So between my cable, my home phone, and my internet, I'm spending, well, they raised it. So now I'm spending $252 for 3 things. And my cable, my cable alone's only 130 some dollars, I think it is. And so yeah. Well, good morning, Michelle. I'm sorry I didn't go on your live stream. I was busy with mine. Actually, I was busy with a lot of things, so trying to get this live stream going. In fact, it would have went through YouTube if I would have known how to do it correctly. So it's right back through this again. So next time it's going to be done a little different. And I was actually, to let everybody know, I was trying to get rid of a lot of moderators because, you know, I was just letting everybody have a blue name so they can promote their channels and all that stuff. But I changed my channel, and I'm not really a channel promoter. In the sense, I mean, I'll say it out loud. But I've been trying to delete everybody's wrench, and so I've had to go back to old live streams and say, you know, unmoderate and so on and so forth, and yeah. So if you don't see a blue wrench next to your name, or if I don't give you one, that's why. So I'm just trying to I'm just changing my channel a little bit. But we have more cooking things coming, and I got I'm trying to get 1,000 so I can just go ahead and go through YouTube's thing, and hopefully I would like to change providers on my phone and go from AT&T to Verizon, because I'm just having bad luck with AT&T. Like when I went out to Rock Springs, it was just a very crappy reception. It kept going in and out and telling me I had bad reception, and I want to go downtown again and film downtown live instead of just doing a video. There's another place I want to go to next year to show everybody. There's a guy, I don't know what he did for a living to get his millions, but he bought this huge piece of land, and he bought statues from around the world, and he put them in different places on his property, which is now being managed, and I think it's owned by University of Illinois, because they're the ones that take care of it now. and I want to go out there and film that and show everybody all those cool looking statues. He's got one. It's called the Sun God, and this thing is massive. And so I want everybody to see that, and do like all these other YouTubers and show you my state, and just travel throughout different places in my state and show you different things. Maybe go to other zoos, go to Bloomington and show you their zoo, and go to Springfield and show you their zoo, and show you things down in Springfield. And maybe I can go to the Lincoln Museum in Springfield and live stream from there if they allow that, and show you the really cool museum of Abraham Lincoln. So yeah, and plus his home is in Springfield, so to show you that. In fact, I got a cup to show you what his home looks like. Let's see here if I can find this real quick. So you'll have to bear with me. I have a lot of coffee cups to find this one coffee cup. All right, so this is a picture of when it looked like when he was there, and what it looks like today. So not much has changed with it. And I'd like to walk, and they got a little small section of that area for tourists to go to show you what it would look like back in Lincoln's time. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. And hopefully I can go inside his home and film that live, maybe, if they allow that. So that would be pretty cool to show you that as well. And even if I can't film it live, maybe I can film it and just put it on on my channel. And then actually go out to the cemetery and show you where his grave is. And the story on when he passed away is they buried him several times, and he was such a controversial president that people dug him up, and they found him several times. And the last place they found him was his casket was in a construction site amongst all this wood that was just sitting there. So once they found that, found him again for the last time, when they buried him again, they put him in concrete. So that way no one could dig him up again and continue to do what they're doing. So I don't know if they were doing it for a ransom. I don't know if they were just grave robbers or what they were. But yeah, that's... I do have pictures of where he's at, and then his monument is really huge. And so yeah, there's... and that cemetery is so big, and there's so many graves from the Civil War in there, and also the monument for all the wars. I think World War II and maybe some other wars is there, and that's a pretty cool monument as well. So I'd like to film that as well, maybe live or just film it for a vlog. And but right now I'm wrestling with the repairs of my truck. I finally got new front tires. I got to do the back tires, and I got to do the brakes eventually next year on the back, because I did do the fronts. I just haven't done the backs yet. But I will get there, and I will show everybody all this stuff that's never been to my state, or the ones from other countries that's never been to my country before. So it's all coming in the future, and hopefully my channel will grow and hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, unless YouTube ends up moving it up like they said, because I think they said they were going to move it up to 5,000 subscribers and 20,000 hours or something. I don't know what their problem is. So just leave it the way it is, and quit screwing with people's lives. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of people probably quitting YouTube because of how YouTube is, and I'm just getting started, so they need to stop. Just leave it alone. I know they have a thing on there to where people are going to all these live streams and they'll just push follow, but they don't really follow you. They're just kind of helping you out on your amount. So I try to watch everybody that I'm subscribed to. There are some that I have not watched yet, and but I will get there. And I have lost some people that just quit YouTube. They don't do it. Actually, a couple channels, they don't do it anymore. And I thought they had a pretty interesting channel, but something happened in their life and they just don't want to do it anymore. So but yeah, I'm just getting started. Eventually my store will start. I just got to get these logos set perfectly, and then I will of course have the coffee cup, and when I do the apron, it will probably have Debbie's logo on there instead of mine, and then of course we'll have t-shirts of both and so on and so forth. So yeah, well, it's all coming here soon. It probably won't happen until next year, but from my understanding, when people order that stuff, I do get a small portion of that, not much, but because I did look into it, and I think that's why a lot of people do it, so that will help my channel, and I'll take that money and apply it to the channel only. And I'm not going to do a Patreon because that's a lot of work to produce things for Patreon members, and I can understand why some of them don't put a lot on their Patreon accounts, because that is just a lot of work to go between Patreon and YouTube and film all this stuff, especially if you're paying to see their stuff. So yeah, my voice is starting to go now. Whew! But I do have some things I got to do today. I got to do some laundry and maybe a little cleaning here and there, but tomorrow I may go into work for a little bit. I haven't decided yet. And so yeah, but I hope you guys like those cookware that I have, and yeah, just get that blue diamond or the green diamond. That's the best products I've found so far that stay non-stick, and all this other crap doesn't stay non-stick. And I'm not going to sit there and keep seasoning things. Like I said, I'll get the cast iron stuff if I'm going to do that, which I used to own those too, but I never did cook with them. And my grandma cooked with the cast iron stuff, and of course she made the best chicken you've ever tasted, and usually grandmothers do. They're always the best cooks. So anyway, I think I'm gonna go. I don't like doing 2 hours anymore. It's a lot of work, and my back is starting to hurt sitting here. So you all have a great evening, day, and stay safe. And I'm gonna do that too, and hopefully I'll still be working. And I try to stay away from people as possible at work and do my own little thing. So thank you, everybody. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't on the way out. And I will see you again next Saturday, unless I decide to live stream again tomorrow. Sometimes I think about doing it on Sundays as well. So until next time, thanks, everybody. You have a good day.